ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. It's your host, Sauce Mackenzie. Follow me on all socials. SAUCE_Mackenzie. MACKENZIE. Man, I'm popping on Instagram and Twitter. Also, get a brand to follow. Concrete Genius Pod. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Concrete Genius Media on Facebook. Follow me if you're following me, man. Also, get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. It's amazing. It's helping people. I know you hear the spiel every pod, but you will continue to hear every pod. Thank you to my faithful, sustained listeners. And I appreciate and welcome all new listeners, first-time listeners. Thank you for following the pod, man. You on an amazing ride by me. I am him, Sauce Mackenzie, man. Pardon me for so much fly shit on your timeline, but it just happens to be Dan Marino Day, so we're going to do what it do. Happy Sunday, man. What's Sunday, March? I don't know why I'm thinking July. March 16th, my birthday is next Saturday, March 22nd, 3/22. So get it popping, man. I will put the Cash App in the bio, in the video. Matter of fact, what is my Cash App, pimp? It's such a glorious day, man. I got out, drove around with my wife, ran some errands. Just beautiful old man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get through the stress of being an old young nigga, once you become a fly old nigga, man, that's a beautiful transition, player. I'm going to keep it a bill with you. My contract, my Cash App is NWA INC. $NWA INC. So that's my Cash App. If you want to send me something for my birthday, buy me a cup of coffee, buy me a smoothie or something. If I've given you some enlightening game, cool. You don't have to. I still appreciate your support. If you don't want to do that, you can tag 5 people to the podcast, turn them on whatever the social media app that you use the most. Tag 5 people to one of my videos that you like the most, and let's get it cracking, man. Jello Ball. Jello Ball has came out with a clip performing at Rolling Loud. And before I start this on Jello Ball, I like to preface this by saying I am a tremendous fan of the Ball family, a tremendous fan of LeVar Ball. I've rooted for him from the minute I've, first been aware of his existence, his sons, his journey, how he supported his wife through health problems, his battle for his sons, his ability to be vocal, be a black man, be strong. I really appreciate LeVar Ball. Of course, we know what Lonzo's doing. We know what LaMelo's doing. But Gelo has embarked on a rap career, and I'm not knocking that. Get your money. I do think he's part of the culture. He grew up in the culture. I like that. Tweakers came out. It caught the wave it needed. He got the deal from Def Jam. I like that also. But I heard a clip about Jello Ball rapping this morning, and it was more like on the gangster tip. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was more like spin the block, niggas, my gangsters, shoot up shit. And all I want to tell Jello Ball is this right here. You don't have to go that route, pimp. You can. I know it's easy. I know the label's probably saying, hey, give them that raw street shit, Jello. But you got such a lane you can be in by yourself just from popping fly shit. You can make a song called Louis Vuitton Lifestyle and just tear it up, bro. Like, base your life around what you have already. The ability, the cars, the women, the money, the experiences, the ability to hop on a private jet. Man, study somebody that pops that fly shit. And then base your rap towards that. Because I'm telling you, you can get your numbers popping the gangster shit, the street shit. But the labels are going to use you for what they want, which is somebody to represent that demographic to the demographic that it appeals to, which is a lot of non-black kids, a lot of foreign kids, a lot of white kids who, respectably enjoy hip-hop. It's the fly shit in the world. So I'm not mad at you liking it if you white, if you a foreign kid. But I just want Jello to understand that you have a potential for a very strong black fan base. But you're going to alienate that fan base talking gangster shit. Because what happens is, I know this is everybody's retort. This person did it, this person did it, this person did it. That's fine. But if you're going to fake the gangster shit, you better make great nigga music. I know a lot of people say, hey, man, Plies was a registered nurse the whole time. He was talking that goon shit, and he was talking about his brother and all that. But, man, 100 years hit hard. I don't care if William Shakespeare made 100 years. I was slapping that shit. So Plies made good enough music that you really didn't care. Now, in fairness to Plies, we didn't have the ability to know a lot about his background or things like that or anybody else. But what I'm saying is if you're going to fake that gangster shit, you got to be Future, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got to make slaps that niggas want to hear in the Blue Flame, in grimy strip clubs in Dayton, Ohio, and Indianapolis, and Gary, and Chicago, and East St. Louis. You make that kind of shit, bro, you could be lying your ass off. But what I'm telling you is it's a lane for that luxury shit. And you can really, really knock that out the park. Just go study Mace. Mace could have easily came out with that Harlem Thug shit Mace came out with that fly shit, trips to Vegas, roses, Porsches, the ladies. That's a lane you could be in, bro. You already got the racially ambiguous chicks. You got the racially ambiguous baby mama. You racially ambiguous, even though you black. That is a lot of money, bro. I could literally write you a song right now that would slap because you got everything needed for that lane. Don't let the record labels force you into speaking gangster shit, street shit. They finna have you claiming a gang soon. We don't want to see all that because a lot of hip hop OGs, a lot of hip hop heads in their 30s and 40s have already chimed in. We do actually have a lot of appreciation for the Ball family. In some ways, the Ball family, you know, with the exception of Drew Holiday and other families, the James family, those families, the Ball family is our version of the Mannings or the Sanders because of what LeVar did and the doors he kicked in, the risks he took to provide for his children, the life he provided for his children. Being a college player that didn't really have the success in college, to be able to provide the structure and discipline to raise 3 young men is totally amazing. So that way, that's why I would never really come out and bash Jello Ball because I have too much respect for the families in the same way that I feel about any other teenage young man who I respect the parents. But what I do want to tell Jello is, hey, let all the gangster shit go. You can make reference to some gangster shit, but base your music around all the fly shit, bro. Don't even speak about some of that street shit. Hey, I'm popping, I'm rocking this. Man, start mentioning the labels, that fly shit people don't wear, don't know about. Get you some deals with some brands, and then push your music like that because you already got the machine behind you. All I'm saying is it's too many kids that want to be gangsters already, right? It's too many avenues of rap in the African-American community that's already influencing kids, depending on what tier they on, they mind state. We don't need you to do it. We need you to be Jello. Be that fly ass nigga, bro. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like that would make your career more sustainable. What they're trying to do is milk you for hits to the crowd that don't really give a fuck about the texture of the hip hop. And I'm not asking you to be J. Cole, but what I'm saying is a lot of people, black people, that want to support you don't want to hear you talk gangster shit. And it's your prerogative to do what you want, because like I said, I don't have nothing negative to say about you. I really appreciate your resilience and finding the lane that you can master. So with all that being said, just somebody get in Jello's ear and say, hey man, hey, you know what, bro? I've been studying Mace, bro. Let's get on some of this gunner shit, bro. Let's pop some of this fly shit, bro. Let's talk about some of this shit niggas can't do. Like, let's put ourselves in this lane. See, you can talk the gangster shit, and niggas can go walk outside and get an AR-15 and then start acting like a gangster. Or you can talk that fly luxury shit without mentioning the gangster activity, and somebody might strive to get that money, be it through the stock market, be it through hustling, be it through business, be it through entrepreneurship or any type of way. There's a million ways for black men to make money in 2025. Do you, Jello? But all I'm telling you is once you start talking the gangster shit, the shooting at people shit, even though you Jello Ball, that wordplay brings a certain energy, a certain R that's just not good for you. And I think you're above that already. You know what I'm saying? You got the money already. You got the lifestyle already. So the audience that's at Rolling Loud, they gonna support you whatever you make. Whatever song you would have came out with and waved your hands with, you already got them. But what I'm talking about is the Negro community. You know what I mean? And you relate to niggas. Your dad's a nigga. You know what I mean? Take some of that energy and put it towards songs that's just popping that fly shit. We don't need another gangster rapper. We just don't. And I think these corporations, Def Jam, these machines, they just want to get paid. Even Lyor Cohen said it on The Breakfast Club. My family got to eat. So the destructive music is going to be there. We just don't need it from you. It just doesn't last. And you are perfect for them, for that role, because niggas didn't buy Tekashi 6ix9ine because he Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like, some dudes bought Drake, party Drake, but once Drake got to, you know, you gonna make me do all this and I'm a mobster, Drake lost a lot of people too. So my theory is that with the rise that Future and Kendrick had, and then the battle between Kendrick and Drake, which I'm not gonna rehash because it's been beat to death, God bless them, both of them. But with that battle, it brought a sense of division between rap fans. I see the division every day. A sense of division between Black Americans and foreigners, Black Americans and non-Black Americans. So with the song Not Like Us, and then Kendrick having success from it and charting so many songs, performing at the Super Bowl, for the first time in a long time, the face of not only black hip hop was the face of hip hop. Like Future was the face, has been the face of black hip hop for a long time. You know, the Futures, the Gunners, the Chief Keefs, but they was never gonna get a chance to perform at the Super Bowl. So when you take someone like Kendrick, who's unapologetically black, who comes from an area that's unapologetically black, and a record label and a crew, it started to alienate people who couldn't relate to that. See, an Asian kid from the suburbs, unless he's a diehard hip hop fan and secure in his culture, most kids that's not black didn't appreciate Not Like Us. So that void was created now. So now you got a black dude who's made songs like All Right, songs like Poetic Justice, and just songs Sing About Me, just songs that touch communities, has now been, hasn't been a long time, probably since Hove, where we had a guy who was the hood champion and the commercial champion. And that's Kendrick right now. So I just think right now the face of rap is so black that they need a face that's more safe to come out with some shit. Even though Kendrick is not involved in any type of ignorant activity, he inspires black people. His song, his movement, his summer brought a different cultural pride to the West Coast and to a lot of black hip hop fans that couldn't connect to a Drake or a Jack Harlow. And I'm not speaking from emotion, I'm speaking facts. So this is not a diss to those brothers. They get their money, God bless. But Jello, you don't have to be the person to fill that void. You got that fly shit, man, and you got power. Yeah, you signed a deal, but you got money, you got leverage. Rap that fly shit, man. Be the mixed version of Mason Betha. I don't need to hear you rap about a gun to know you tough, man. God bless. God bless LeVar Ball. God bless the Ball family. I just don't want to hear Jello Ball talking that gangster shit. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. It's your boy, Sauce Mackenzie. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod. I am me. I am him. You know what I'm saying? Pod be moving, man. Pod be jumping. You know the craziest thing about the pod? I could say some fly shit on the pod. That shit'll go crazy. I post some fly shit, and sometimes people don't react to it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. A lot of time, I spend a lot of my time on X. X is a great platform. Really my favorite platform. I like Facebook to tap in and get the jokes with the people I know, but a lot of my heavy lifting comes on X or Instagram and TikTok. Shout out TikTok. I'm glad y'all worked that out with China because I got a lot of views on TikTok. Shout out to my TikTok base. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, the thought-provoking arguments. My Instagram base, the thought-provoking arguments. My YouTube base. My YouTube has been picking up tremendously. You know, I came in the game like, I ain't kissing no platform ass because I ain't doing this for the money. So I can say whatever I want because I don't need the money. Like, if I say something that goes viral, cool. If I say something that don't go viral, cool. But I'm still going to always be me. I don't got to shock jock you because, I mean, I'm fly. I'm living lavishly already. So whatever comes from the internet, I just want to get the message out. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. I am him. And to people thinking this podcast shit is easy, I'm sorry going off script, but I'm going to get right in a minute. This podcast shit is not easy. I took 3 years of radio and TV communication in high school. Sometimes that would be the only class I would come to, but it was very important to me. I used to produce talent shows. I done help people record demos. We had a little studio in the school. I used to be in charge of who was singing what in the talent show, how to place them to get the crowd hype. I would MC the talent show. So I've always been very good at speaking, very good at keeping people's attention. I've also took classes in college in communication and journalism. So even though I didn't totally finish to get my degree, I took the classes I needed because one day I've always felt I would speak publicly to people. Way before even podcasts became a thing, I had opportunities to get on local radio in Indianapolis, but at the time it wasn't feasible for me. I've always knew I had a face and a voice and a thought process for media, so I studied media to have it in the tuck, amongst a bunch of other things. So sometimes people think, oh, this nigga just up here talking about Michael Jordan. I could do that. Do it. And see if 80,000 people engaged in what you say. I'm not stopping you, but don't knock me thinking it's easy because you seeing me doing it, which is really the story of my life. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. It's your boy, Sauce Mackenzie. Follow me on all socials, man. I was watching Suns, Lakers. Well, it's hard watching basketball sometimes if Bron ain't playing. I ain't gonna lie. Until he retires, sometimes the Lakers without Bron just ain't the same. It's good to see Luka get his shit off and Austin Reeves and all that, but it just ain't the same if we being honest. But this is not going to be a Bron podcast. Thank the Lord. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace, man. Got a haircut today. You know, my skin looking amazing and shit. Birthday next week. So I'm trying to stay fly as possible. What we got next? Man. I got a question. I work in the school. I help maintain peace and synergy in the school. And one of the things that is not allowed in the school is kids to be showing a high level of personal affection. You know, so I let them get by with hold hands, but I'm supposed to stop you from kissing. I'm supposed to write you up. I'm supposed to report it to one of the administrators. But lately, I don't know if I've been doing it subconsciously or consciously, but I have been reporting when the same sex kids kiss, but not the boy-girl kids. And one kid pulled me to the side and said, Mr. Loudon, you all we got in here. I appreciate you. I said, thank you. That means a lot. No, she's like, we really appreciate you. You're our voice. You understand us. We miss you when you're not here. You saved lives here. So that really meant a lot to me. And then I said, continue. And the kid said, sometimes some kids are complaining that you get more upset if you see affection between two girls and if it's a girl and a boy. And I had to really think back. And I'm probably honestly guilty of that. And I don't want to be guilty of that to be homophobic or offensive. I guess it's just mentally, I'm not conditioned to see that. Maybe it's the gap, maybe it's the time span, because everybody knows I love black kids. I don't mistreat any kid. I don't care. It was kids last year who used to come to the school dressed like Grace Jones. I'm as nice as I can be, little boy. I might not have approved of it, but I am not going to mistreat a child of any race, regardless of what their beliefs are or what they think. So let's get that out the way. But I do get upset when I see middle school kids in same-sex relationships. I understand it. I don't act on any prejudice, but I guess if I see a boy pressuring a girl and then they end up going together, I see no problem with it. When I see a girl pressing a girl and I know one girl is, already leaned toward the left a little bit and the other girl's not, I do get offended by it sometimes. I'm being honest because I'm not malicious. So therefore I had to kind of look within myself and ask myself, am I wrong for reporting just the same sex kids when they show up? And not only am I wrong, but how do I render that? Like, do I either just make a rule where I leave all kids alone, or what's probably going to happen is I think I'm just going to enforce the rule for everybody, which is what I started doing recently, because I don't want a child, especially a young black child that has the struggles of being black in America. I don't want them feeling like the one black man that they look to for trust and they confide in is discriminating against them due to their sexual preference. Because I don't even care about your sexual preference if I didn't see it. So if I see it, I gotta find a way to be fair. I don't want to let what I believe as an older man who has lived his life comfortably and overcame his struggles, and Lord knows I know what it's like to be discriminated against. I don't never want a kid to feel like he doesn't like me because. And so with that, I asked the Concrete Genius Media mob, am I wrong? Am I wrong for allowing my beliefs to affect how I monitor children? And at some points, I think I am. And I don't never like being wrong. And if I am wrong, I like to admit it, and I like to be man enough to fix my wrong. So I just want to tell every kid, whatever you're going through, I love you. I don't judge you. And I don't even have no angst towards you. You're a child. No adult should have angst towards a child unless a child physically trying to hurt them or whatever like that. But I just got to find a balance between what I believe and making sure my morals remain the same of fairness. I'm always a person of fairness, and I don't want to be unfair. So I just got to find a way to balance it out. And I just need some input on whether I'm being fair or I'm being discriminatory. And I never want to be discriminatory. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of them them confident, studs, oh, they go hard. They be turning out more chicks than Fleece Johnson. I don't know how or why, but in some ways, I feel like long term, that affects the black community. But I can't let that affect the way that I treat children. You understand what I'm saying? I gotta have a balance. I gotta be real with it. Because the reason why I'm good in schools, why I'm great in schools, actually why I'm amazing in schools, is because I always say, how would I want someone to treat my child? How would I want someone to treat my nephew? How would I want someone to treat my cousin? You know what I mean? How would I want someone to treat my friend's daughter? You know what I mean? My friend's son. So I just got to find that balance, because what I do give is a beautiful resource of knowledge. And shout out to everyone I work with who also provides a safety respite for these kids, a safety net. We're all in this together, so I do believe in talking things out. And with that being said, I also believe it's an agenda, and it's been an agenda to emasculate Black men and defeminize Black women. If you notice, Black women in their 20s are way more aggressive than they were 10 years ago. The amount of teenage women who fight and the way they fight. Have you ever just seen like some of these young girl fight videos? These young girls are squaring up like Winky Wright, nigga. When I was in school, I ain't gonna even use me as a reference because I'm from the Old Testament. But even when my kids were in school, it wasn't a lot of girls that could square up like John Bones Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's out of control. And I think the agenda, the free, fluid sexuality agenda, was designed to depopulate Black people. Because every time someone who 10 years ago wouldn't be influenced to be gay, that's one less Black child born in our society. And we already dealing with abortions. We already dealing with the consequences of rap music. We already dealing with the consequences of all the obstacles and riots we've had to overcome, like Rosewood, Tulsa, Oscarville, you name it. It's been somewhere we've tried to gain progress, and white racists has negated our progress, and we've started over 1 million times, and we're still doing well. Just like the story about Memphis. 4 young men were arrested in Memphis for twerking in the middle of the street. 4 young men. That is a cause for emergency in Black America. That's way more serious of an emergency than King Von. I'm sorry. I know what people think about drill music or the negative effects of rap music. Rap music is very, very powerful and influential. I do agree. Man, but so is the LGBTQ agenda on our community. We have never had a problem with gay people in the Black community. Never. But what we do have a problem is propaganda and options being raised in how our kids are developed in the Black community. And honestly, I can say I would say it's a large percentage of young adults that don't even know what their sexuality is, because we've entered so much confusion and doubt and options. And maybe you a boy born in a girl's body. Maybe you a girl born in a boy's body. Maybe you gay. Maybe you bisexual. Maybe you is strategically aligned to us. That's why when you see the first gay cheerleader, he's Black. You see the first gay anything, he's Black. The first gay football. You don't think it was nobody gay playing football before Michael Sam? You don't think as investigative as sports is, people didn't know that? When we get exploited or used for experiments, I honestly feel like the LGBTQ agenda is no different than the Tuskegee experiment. It's no different than the Interstate Highway Project dividing neighborhoods up. It's no different than the Housing Authority project when they created projects and put us all on top of each other and put us in low-income environments. Then they removed all the industry, the steel mill jobs, and shipped them overseas. All of these are studies to use us and we fail. So I am pro-choice. Live your life. Until you're 18, be very conscionable of your decisions and how they affect your life. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I love y'all. Whatever you choose to do. But it's no reason in our society, as a dignified people as we are. First of all, girls shouldn't even be getting out in the middle of the street twerking. That shit is retarded. But young Black men, the protectors, the providers, no, we can't do it. We can't do it. We can't let society sissify our man. And with that, I pivot right into Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie, Captain America, played Tupac, just one of my favorite actors. He was recently on the Pivot podcast with Ryan Clark, and he spoke about manhood. He said he didn't buy kids Jordans. I'm buying my kids Jordans. But he also spoke about how he teaches his young men to be men. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Same thing I do. He also teaches his young man, if I'm 14, you 14, 15, I've been on the road, I'm going on the road. Hey, make sure the door's locked, make sure the alarm's set, make sure the garage closed, make sure the gate locked. If your mom coming in and I ain't there, be there at the garage when she pull up. These are things you teach young men that were taught to me, that were taught to my father. And it was a pushback from that. And there's too many people having an opinion on Black masculinity or male masculinity that are not masculine males. And it's just out of control. See, I can agree to disagree with anyone if it's coming from a place of sincerity and honesty and we don't have a lot more pillars of masculinity to lean on in public society. Now, in real life, you go to the hood, you're going to see a ton of black masculine males. But what I'm saying is these projections to the people on the fence are unfair. Anthony Mackie said nothing wrong. Man, my kids 8, 9, I used to have them doing jumping jacks, push-ups. I taught them how to box. I taught them how to talk to girls. I taught them how to use a screwdriver. I taught them how to put air in a tire. I taught them to hold the door for your mother, to hold the door for any woman that you see, to say thank you and please. These are things that takes a boy to a gentleman. You raise gentlemen, masculine gentlemen. And anyone that has a problem with that, then you fucked up. And you need to separate yourself from the black community. We are raising too many feminine young men and masculine women, and that's something we got to correct. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. It's your boy Sauce Mackenzie. Y'all know when I get the flowing, I'm flowing. Time check. Where we at? Damn, fuck. Man, I'm going to need... So I talked to some people, man, and we're going to get more into this. I got a couple of guests coming on, but in the county jail, they're feeding inmates food that says, do not consume if you're human. And they feed them that shit. This ain't even prison. So you ain't even been convicted yet. So say you going to jail because you missed a child support payment. So now you got to eat pig slop that's giving you diarrhea that could cause you to get all type of born illnesses. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. And another thing, a lot of foreigners come over here. And if you come over here and you cool, man, God bless, survive. You got to feed your family. I'm not hating on you trying to find a better life. But when you foreigners get in these positions, these correctional officer positions, these teaching positions, you better find a way to drop all your prejudices against black Americans. Like, stop coming over here, and not just Nigerians, any foreign person. Matter of fact, I don't give a fuck what race you is. Stop telling black people about themselves and you not black, man. Like, that has been the overwhelming content fucking steroid in the past 2 years, bro. Like, I'm seeing white nationalists talk about Playboy Cardi album. What happened to the good old white racists that didn't give a fuck what the niggas was doing? That's the kind of white man I like. Like, I want to see a white person that don't give a fuck what niggas got going on because he's so confident in his whiteness, it don't even matter. I don't want to hear no motherfucking white boy talking about Playboy Cardi and how it's damaging their community. Why the fuck are you worried about our community if it's so damaged? If you from Africa, if you from any country, if you from the Caribbean, if you from Canada, I don't give a fuck. But stop telling black people what's best for them. You just got here, bro. You poaching off the culture. You making money. You dress like us. You talk like us. You act like us. You steal our slang. You steal everything cool from our culture. And then you say, I don't fuck with bitch niggas. Like this, I just need somebody to tell me. So when you come over here and you get these jobs, stop telling us what we've been through. Black Americans is this, because the jealousy is so fucking real, man. Because y'all know what started the Black American versus the foreigner or the teether movement. You know what started that shit? Is because for years and years and years, black people have been so welcoming to non-black people. Oh man, that's cool, bro. We do this. Nah, bro, don't braid your hair. Braid your hair like this, bro. This what you do, man. You get the girls, you do this. Hey, bro, you talk to them. Hey, shorty, come here. Let me tell you something. Y'all mimicked all that. The clothes, the styles, the leans, the fashion, the music. But then you want to get here and say, well, in my country, we do not. I don't give a fuck what you do in your country. I'm never going to your country, nigga. It is too many places in America that I never have to go to your country. That's the difference between me and you. I didn't go to fucking Nigeria or Africa or the Caribbean or the Dominican or Canada or suburban white Americans start telling y'all what y'all need to do to be better. So stop doing that to black Americans, man. We tired. We tired. We want to be allies. But you can't come in another country where we've survived slavery and Jim Crow and Reconstruction, and we've done everything. We've built towns and cities and cultures and styles, and we've become the cultural driver for all of the world, and tell us where we fucking up at. So what? We were slaves. Nigga, I'm not in Canada. So that means my granddaddy had more heart than yours, nigga. Nigga, your granddaddy put on a skull cap and put a bag of clothes on a stick and got on a boat for 18 hours. My granddaddy said, man, fuck these hunkies. So it's a difference. Of course, we not the same. So when you come in this culture, have grace, man. That's all I ask. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. It's your boy Big Sauce. We rolling, dude. We rolling. I'm 40 minutes in and it don't even feel like it, man. Hey, look, and I want to get this off. Genuine was that nigga. I'm tired of people playing with Genuine. I know the nigga older now. You know when you get old, you start falling and shit. Your knees get weak, your balance, the dance moves don't look the same. I clown him for that. But I ain't never been in a club and seen motherfuckers go more crazy at a concert, rather, than I have for Genuine. And I done seen Tank concerts, Joe concerts, Life Jennings concerts, The Dream, The Weeknd. Listen, I've never seen... Genuine had the shit. I was chilling. It's like 2003. I ain't had nothing to do. I fell off in a Genuine concert solo. Nigga, I've never seen such an assortment of so many black women losing their fucking minds when a nigga sing, so anxious, meet me at 11:30. Listen, I was seeing niggas who couldn't pay for pussy after they got their taxes leaving with women at a Genuine concert. I seen a nigga look like Rocky Dennis from Mask leave with a bad bitch out of Genuine concert. I've never seen in my life a motherfucker throw their drawers on the stage until I went to a Genuine concert. The shit was mind-blowing, bro. So I just want y'all to put some respect on that nigga name. I was having this discussion with somebody. We bringing up all these other people. In my lifetime, the only people I seen just tear it off like that is Bobby Brown and Genuine. Just on some player shit, some singing shit. It might be some new guys in the game now, but I ain't seen people have it like those two had it. Like, them two niggas was the Marvin Gaye of my generation. As far as just, you know, player shit, fly shit. So, man, put some respect on Genuine's name, bro. Y'all gotta stop playing with the GOAT, man. I ain't saying he the GOAT, but, you know, just because a nigga fall off the stage, bro, niggas get old. You know what I'm saying? You niggas better pray to live to get old one day. All you young ass niggas on the internet, bro, y'all mad because a nigga get old and he still fly? If your youth was so powerful that you got to call a nigga age, bro, you better be sitting on $250,000 in the bank, cuz. And don't tell me it ain't my time yet because you bragging about how young you are. What's the benefit of your youth? Do you got a nice family? You got a woman that's a go-getter? Do you got goals, nigga? You got a job? No, you don't, nigga. Because if you did, you'd be getting game from old players. This shit should be illegal, man. Hit my Cash App, NWAINC, nigga. I need to start charging for this shit, man. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. Man, what we want to do? Iman Shumpert, man. Iman Shumpert, Tiana Taylor had a divorce. I don't know what her money was looking like, but I'm pretty sure she didn't play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, nigga. And I'm also not wondering why this nigga signed a break the prenup if I cheat prenup. But whatever it is, that nigga got hammered. And I know they were very public about the things they were doing in their relationships, threesomes and shit like that. So he started figuring, hey man, I can have this threesome. You out here shooting a Tyler Perry movie, I need some ass. What's happening? And she like, nah, I got the kids now. I got the lifestyle. Tiana Taylor, you bet. Oh, I think she with somebody else now. But I was finna say, you better not give her no mic, man. I think she with the Mustafa nigga. But man, this nigga Iman Shumpert got hammered. And I always tell dudes, bro, date who you want, love who you want, play with who you want. But if you black and you young and you hearing this shit, 911 alert. Do never get in a long-term relationship with a bisexual woman. That's like, I give you an example. I'm a vegan, right? I ain't ate meat in 7 years, 6, 7 years, right? If you put me in a steakhouse, you ain't got to worry about me getting a steak, right? So if I date a woman and her whole life, she's only dated men, and we get into an argument and her girl console her, I know she just consoling her. Be it malicious or positive. But I've seen relationships where a dude was in a serious relationship with a bisexual girl and they had an argument. And the hairdresser or the best friend that she said, we just homies, they was bumping coochies. It's just too many players in the game to be in a long-term relationship with a bisexual woman. I just feel like they got too much going on in their brain. Here.com, man. Don't get mad. Get some understanding. Doechii, chocolate woman in the game. I appreciate you. I appreciate your success. Shout out TDE. Shout out the whole West Coast. I just wish your comments weren't directed at straight men. See, people can say, oh, this ain't what she meant. This ain't what she meant. Sometimes it ain't what you mean. It's how it's perceived. And with being a race of people that's always under scrutiny, but always getting used and piggyback for fuel, you can't say straight men are a red flag. Now, if you say men with no money, men with no job, that's cool. And it don't bother me because I don't date bisexual men. It's really your preference. But if somebody asked me, what would be a red flag? Man, you know what, Doechii, maybe you're right. I don't know. Because if somebody asks me what's a red flag, I can't date you no more, and somebody say, and a girl say, I'm bisexual, I would tell my sons that may be a red flag. So you know what? Fuck it. Doechii, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me because fuck it. But I just don't like the perceiving of the way it's perceived. I just think that when you say red flag, nah, you is wrong, Doechii. Because if you say red flag, you're talking about, like, people can't ask me what's a red flag, and I say, man, going to the Chevy Cruze dealership. I've never had a fucking Chevy Cruze. So if somebody asks me what's a red flag in women, it's kind of tricky because I wouldn't knowingly date a bisexual woman. But if I went to a woman and I was like, hey, what's happening? And she was like, yeah, I mess with girls too. Then yeah, it's probably a turnoff. So I'm kind of confused about it. But I also would just, if somebody said what's a red flag to me, I'm going to say a motherfucker with no money, a motherfucker with no ambition, no drive, a motherfucker that's ghetto, can't articulate her words, a motherfucker who you can't take anywhere. Because those are red flags of women that when I was dating would be out of the dating pool. So I hate to see a beautiful dark-skinned woman be used for division. I hate to see something that can be, because you don't want to alienate your fan base. You know what I'm saying? And maybe a lot of guys aren't intellectually strong enough to say, you know what, that's what you said, I still like your music. I am, but it rubbed me the wrong way. Because it's almost like what we got to do with it. Because I'm only going to say that a bisexual woman is a red flag if you ask me, is that what I date? If you ask me what's a red flag when I'm looking to date somebody, I'm going to say, man, bad oral hygiene. So it's sticky, it's dicey, but we just need to get on a common page of what we say to these outlets and understand the agenda being pushed towards us. And I also, for the love of God, feel like we need more Beyoncés, Scissors, Summer Walkers pushed to the forefront. I don't want the new beautiful dark-skinned woman to be glamorized and made a hero because of her sexuality. Not saying she's not talented, but let's just talk about something else. Let's talk about the music. Like, let's keep the gender wars off the internet. You know, if we do have a space, create a space where you can have a discussion amongst black men and women without the hostility. So I do wish nothing but the best for Doechii. I'm not one of those bashers. I'm not going to say she this, she that. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit when I heard it. But giving it a deep dive, it just depends on how the question is interpreted and how it's brought. Because if I say that bisexual women are a red flag for me, I can't really get mad at her for saying what's a red flag for her. But if you know it's a red flag, why are you talking about it? If that makes sense. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. Tap in. It's your boy, Sauce Mackenzie. Follow me on all socials at Concrete Genius Pod. Shout out Dan Marino, man. And made Dan Marino wait till the last pick of the draft. Skipped over him and shit. He came out, busted everybody's ass. It's like me, I'm the Dan Marino of this shit. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. Fuck with me. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, Vivica Fox. Hey, Vivica Fox getting a BBL at 60 is gangster, nigga. Like, that's some Indiana shit for your ass. To go under the knife and say, make my ass jiggle at 60? Nigga, I ain't got no jokes for that shit, nigga. That motherfucker crazy as hell. Shit. Motherfucker, you 60 years old, you telling the motherfucker, hey, doc, a little bit here, lift the cheeks up. Shit. Man, that nigga's like a Vietnam veteran. I'm not fucking with Vivica Fox, nigga. Like, I don't have no jokes for that shit, nigga. If you courageous enough, nigga, to get a BBL at 60, that's like the nigga you know will shoot somebody. Nigga, hey, gone, man, leave that nigga alone. 60? Nigga, 3 plus 3? 2 times 3, nigga? 60? This motherfucker's checking out at 28 from the BBLs. It was a little broad just checked out. She was at some care facility in Vegas and checked out. She in her 20s. I don't know why y'all do it, but I ain't never been a woman. I ain't never desired to be a woman. So if you got the money and the resources and the courage to go to Guatemala or wherever y'all go, or go to Dr. Well, Vivica got money, so she probably went to the best of the best. And get your ass worked on, more power to you, short. I got somebody, I ain't been on the market in years, but I just don't want the stigma of young girls thinking they need a BBL to compete. Because you don't, shorty. I don't know the statistics, but I'm willing to bet if you took a poll of black women that's married between 25 and 50, I'm willing to say less than 10% got a BBL. Man, the natural chicks is the ones getting wifed up, bro. I don't know what they telling y'all, but they the ones getting wifed up, nigga. You put a natural chick in the store, nigga, that natural jiggle, that natural wiggle, and God forbid, don't let her have her hair in a ponytail. Oh, niggas is thinking wifey. She got her shit together too, and she cute with no makeup. Niggas is thinking wifey. You know what I'm saying? So surgery, if you want it, if you want to risk your life, that's cool, God bless. But we just don't need our women. The same way I don't want young men think you got to be a gangster to be a real nigga. I don't want women thinking you got to get a BBL to be a bad, attractive woman. You know what I'm saying? No, we care about. When a man meets a woman, there's certain things he cares about. How she was raised, how she gonna treat him, and what's the odometer on the kitty. If the odometer on the kitty is low, she pretty, she nice looking, and she can go natural, and she know how to handle money, that's what we looking for long term. And is she a good person? Is she compassionate? Is she a user? How's her relationship with her mom? How's her relationship with her dad? What's her work ethic? Is she a homemaker or does she need to be in a club every Saturday of her life? That's what men look for in a women. All that other shit, the BBLs and shit, niggas just thinking crash and smash. Most women I know that's getting BBLs in their 30s and 40s, it's a nigga 10 years younger just knocking it off and don't even give a fuck. So if you just want to be sexually noticed, go on book that flight to the Dominican Republic. You ever been coming back from Miami, nigga, with the BBL squadron? That's the worst fucking flight in the world. Man, I sat next to her, I'm like, come on, bro, you can't take a nap. Bitch sitting on a pillow and shit, like, come on, bro. If you ain't got enough money to stay in Miami for a while, bitch, you probably shouldn't afford a BBL. Like, you bleeding up the pillow, you on this motherfucker. Oh, excuse me, I gotta go to the restroom again. Come on, baby girl. Like, goddamn. I mean, you out this motherfucker built like Mariah Mills, the bitch Zion was with. Like, come on, bro. You fucking your shit up. Just for y'all to know, niggas like a little wiggle and they jiggle now. We like for that shit, for gravity of Mother Nature to take over. Them motherfucking boobs drop a little bit, girl. You 36. They supposed to drop a little bit. That booty, you know what I'm saying? It can hold up, but if it got some jiggle, the jeans gonna pack it right. That motherfucker, man, a good 40-something-year-old booty, all natural booty that's been big since the 80s. Shit. Even if that motherfucker just a little bit of something. If you fuck with it, it makes everything off. So you can do what you want to. I'm not the tell women what to do guy, but if you looking to get married, unless you one of them motherfuckers, you get the, what's the housewives, the Porsche chick, you get one of them Picasso BBLs, then you good. You go catch a millionaire or something. But if you getting the motherfucking blue collar, Steve and Barry, all these BBL, man, just leave your shit alone, shorty. Save that motherfucking tax money, invest in some shit, buy you some shit, go to the gym, start getting better facials, maybe wear your hair different, you know what I'm saying? Start praying, start drinking more water. But don't just get a BBL and just get turned up off Don Julio. That ain't gonna make nobody want you. This is a public service announcement from ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. It's your boy, Sauce Mackenzie. Follow me on all socials. My shit is lit, as you know. The Dan Marino coming through, man. I don't got much time to give y'all because I only got an hour for the day. And the baton chick. I ain't gonna talk about you because you a minor, but come on, shorty. Don't go on the Nelson Mandela tour talking about you ain't do nothing, you ain't mean do nothing. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. God bless. And I damn sure don't need the state of Virginia mad at me. Get a copy of my book, The Game Changer. And go follow on Instagram at Illest Elite, man. My nephew got a clothing line, illest.com. He just killed Philadelphia Fashion Show. They starting an AAU program, national AAU program, Illest Elite. You anywhere on the East Coast, Midwest, tap in. We got some things going. I got some other basketball things going. Hey, if you got a son and you coach and you want to get a high school job, talk to me. I might have some opportunities for you. Hit my DMs, hit my message, be respectful. And know if I don't like you. You know, if you know that I've hated you back then, I probably still hate you now. But if we just had a smithereens of cool, or you don't even know me, tap in the inbox. I can help you get a coaching position. I'll help you out. We'll work some shit out, man. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. It's my hour. I love you, man. Tap in, share the vid, tag somebody, love somebody, hug somebody, and we out of here.